Hey everyone, it's Midnight Spectre. So I'm sure everyone has memories of things they've done as a kid, and they probably regret them. Of course, there's some stuff that I remember that I physically cringe at, and I figured I'd just go ahead and share some of these stories with you. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and why not share some of your embarrassing stories from your youth? So when I was a kid, my mom would always drag me around to go shopping. I remember trying to find some ounce of enjoyment when I was out shopping with her. It especially sucked when I would get done with school and all I wanted to do was go home and sit down in front of my TV and play some Wind Waker on GameCube, and I'd burst through those doors and hop on my mom's car and we'd start driving, and then I noticed we're going in the opposite direction of home, and then I knew I was in for a day of shopping. Hopefully this gives a little context to this thought I had when I was a kid. So for some reason, I associated the old chime of department stores, kind of like this, and jeans being salty. I'm not sure what neurons got crossed in my smooth horse brain, but that's what I thought. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I never got the chance to chomp down on a pair of jeans in the department store. So in my mind it became the sacred treasure to me, and I would dream the day that I'd be able to claim my reward. Well, that day came when my grandmother was washing my clothes and I saw a pair of jeans hanging up to dry. I felt like I was at the precipice of a great treasure or a new experience, and I chomped down on those jeans and all I experienced was a slight taste of whatever detergent was being used at the time. So, safe to say I was devastated. Here's another regrettable memory from my childhood. So, when I was a kid, I was really jealous of Arthur for wearing glasses, and I wanted glasses like him so bad. I also had a laser pointer that my mom had bought me from the CD store, Sam Goody. I'm sure that's going to bring back some memories for the audience, from some of my audience. Well, I had gotten in trouble for something, and I wasn't allowed to have the TV on when I slept. And that kind of sucked because the TV was kind of how I went to sleep. So I was pretty much just laying in bed, bored out of my mind, trying to sleep, or trying to make myself will something interesting to happen. Well, I remembered I had my laser pointer, so I started having my own private light show on on the ceiling of my room. Well, after a while I got bored of this and I said to myself, these laser pointers have a warning on them not to shine in my eyes. What if I did? Maybe I get glasses like Arthur or I can get back at my parents and become blind. Kind of a troubling thought, but kids aren't really known for their critical thinking skills. So I shined the laser pointer in my eyes for a good couple of minutes. I'm not actually sure if this did anything, or maybe I just needed glasses anyway, but after a while I guess my teacher noticed that I wasn't able to see stuff on the board from the back of the room, and I finally did get glasses. So I guess I got what I wanted at the end. So, do you remember when you were a kid and you got candy or money for a birthday or for a holiday, and you would either eat it or spend it right away or save it forever? Well, one Christmas I got a bunch of candy, like different flavored, like sort of Mentos-like candy. It was like a hard shell with like different fruit flavors, but it wasn't like the minty Mentos. And then I also got some peppermint chocolate bark as well. And I loved that candy so much. So I hid it in my closet, and I would go in and eat a couple pieces, and I kept this candy in my closet for months. Well, one day I went to go get a piece of candy, and I pulled my hand out, and it was covered in carpenter ants. I was so grossed out, and I screamed, and of course my grandparents came in, and I showed them what had happened, and I ended up having to throw away my candy hoard. I was so upset. Well, here's one last story before I sign off for the week. I'm sure as a kid we did stupid stuff that got us hurt. Well, this is one of those times. So I was at this church function called Vacation Bible School, and we were doing some game, maybe it was like Red Rover or something. I was in the front yard of the church where they had these two big trees. I had on flip-flops because it was summer, and I would pretend to fall and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And then I'd pop up like, "Yep, I am." So this went on for a bit, and I was running, and I was going to pretend that I fell by this tree, but the tree had this root that was slightly higher, and it was just at the perfect spot for me to catch my foot in and make me actually fall, and ended up breaking my leg. And what sucked is that we didn't go to the hospital right away because at the time I would play up whatever I was suffering from so I didn't have to go to school, but I must have been screaming the entire night because they eventually did bring me to the hospital. And I found out I had broken my tibia and my fibula, and I had to spend the rest of the summer on a cast. I hope everyone enjoys today's video. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe. I hope everyone has a great week. See you!